Hi, and welcome back to another episode of Cooking with the Cripple, the long-awaited episode that I've been unable to record for the last couple of weeks. But, yeah, I appreciate you guys' patience. But first and foremost, the reason why I was unable to record was because I had to go to the doctor for a couple visits because there's something going on, and I'm trying to get to the bottom of it. And, other things happened, but this video, I want to say this before I forget, this video is dedicated to my grandfather. Grandpa, I love you very much, and I hope you're having an awesome day. But today, we're going to be making a couple of things. Sorry guys, I can't speak today. But, today we're going to be making a couple things. First and foremost, we're going to be making cheese sticks. The literal definition of, or breadsticks, sorry. We're literally making breadsticks with actual bread, not breading. But first thing you're gonna do is, I'll be right back because I forgot something. I forgot the cutting board. You're gonna need a cutting board for this. I'll be right back. Alright, now that we got that, first thing you're gonna do is, I forgot. You're going to flip this over because it's smoother on this side. Okay? And then we're going to remove the crusts of the slice so we have more real estate to work with, so to speak. So here we go. And I know this isn't the proper knife for it, but whatever. It's fine. Yeah, it's good enough. And then once we get all the the crusts off, we're going to roll these out, which is why you see the water bottle, because I don't know, and if one of my subscribers or one of the commenters could tell me, but is there supposed to be water in your rolling pin? Like, honestly, I'm honestly asking. I don't know. Because I picked up my rolling pin to, well, roll out the bread, but there was water in it, so I wasn't going to use it, so that's why I've got this. Is because it rolls really nicely. So we're going to go ahead and do that, and I'm going to show you along the way what it looks like. I'm not going to do it to all of them, but this one, yeah. So just go ahead and cut the crust off, and then bam, ba-bam, and then there's going to be a long side to each slice. Once you get it rolled out like this, we're going to flip that over so that we have a smoother place to work. There we go. Once you get it rolled out, or cut out, sorry, you're going to roll it out just so that there's more to work with, so to speak. And then, wow, that worked amazingly. Okay, cool. Cool. And then you're going to take your favorite blend of cheese, or just cheese in general. Add a pinch or two. You don't want to add too much. That might be too much. That's probably good enough. Yep, that's good enough. And then, you're not supposed to put it back, but I'm the only one that lives here, so don't put it back if you live with other people. But if you live by yourself, you can do what you want. But we're going to go ahead and roll this. I don't remember how. But yeah, that works. And then crimp it. And then you want to push down so that your fingers leave impressions. And then, oh, before we start, you should go wash your hands. I forgot to tell you that. But, crimp it, and then you got a nice little packet, so to speak. And then we're going to butter this with, well, we're going to brush this with butter. I almost said we're going to butter this with brush. I can't speak today. But we're going to crimp this. I like to make sure that it's actually crimped. And then I'm going to go get my little paintbrush type deal, my little brush, and then We're gonna finish this up, and then we'll move on to the kitchen. So I will be right back. Alright, now that we've got our little cheese sticks, our little breadsticks, we're going to take them. Oh, and you also want to make sure to turn your oven on, or not your oven, your stove on. Forgot what the word was for a second. But you want to turn on your stove so that way it's hot when you want to use these things, which I've already done that. So I think about medium, which is 3, maybe 4, halfway between 3 and 4, depending on what your settings are. But about medium for 2 minutes on each side is perfect. So we're going to take this and lightly butter it. You especially want to get the seal, so that way the seal stays a seal. And then flip it, and then bada bing, bada boom. We are golden, because this is going to prevent burning, and it's also going to give them a nice golden brown look. So I'm going to go ahead and do these, and I will be right back. Alrighty, dighty. We've got our buttered up, what's it called? Breadsticks, and we're going to throw these on for 2 minutes on medium. It's going to be a little bit longer of a wait because I got to move you guys and then get this going. So I'll see you guys at the stove. So 2 minutes on medium until they're golden brown. Alright, boys and girls. The thing is nice and hot. The pan is nice and hot. And I am just plugging in the light so that you guys can see me a little bit better. And then, there we go. And turn it on. Where's the power? There you go. Oh, turn that on. Switch it up. And then I'm going to go wash my hands. And then I am going to fry these up. So I will be right back. Hope you guys are having an awesome day. And yes, I did have to edit these videos together because unfortunately the videos got interrupted somehow. I don't know how, but it's not a big deal. So if you see a little icon in the lower right, lower left, wherever it's going to be, that's the reason. Is because I can't pay for software. So I apologize in advance, and I will go get the stuff, and I will wash my hands. I will be right back. Alright, so we have our breadsticks, our little Hot Pockets they look like. But we're just going to drop them apparently. No, we're not. We're going to throw these in for 2 minutes on each side. So set a timer for 2 minutes and then reset it, flip them, and do that. So I will let you guys know when these are done. We'll flip them and we'll move on to part 2. So here's the thing. Unfortunately, the jalapenos that I was going to use, or jalapenos, sorry, I mispronounced them, I'm pronouncing like American. But the jalapenos that I was going to use, they went bad as of today, because yesterday I checked them and they were absolutely fine, but today they went bad. So I am so sorry, but we're not going to be making jalapeno poppers, but we are going to be making something of my own creation. I have no idea what to call this dish, so you guys go ahead and name it in the comments, and I will pick the best one, and that'll just be what it's referred to as, because I've already got the title for this video labeled, or in my head. So we're going to go to the kitchen, and I will see you guys there in a minute. Alrighty, so for this, you are going to need some venison tenderloin, some bacon, some chicken, and some steak. I like a lot of meat. Oh, and some ground, hamburger. So first and foremost, you're going to turn your oven on, and it doesn't, between 4 and 5 is fine. But you're going to let that heat up, and then you're going to, put this in there, and then you're going to use, you're going to use whatever sort of, sloppy joe, mix that you got. So I'm just going to use the one that I've got, but we're going to let that heat up. And when I come back, we're going to start making. Because we need two separate pans. We need this one that's on the stove, and then this big dog. So, and yes, I am just showing off my stuff. But, I'm going to let that heat up, and then I will be right back. So, like I said, I hope you guys are having an awesome day. And feel free to just let me know how you're doing in the comment section. I really like hearing from you guys. So, I'm going to go ahead and do this so you can see my eyes. But, that's why I don't really record that much with the, ring set. Is because, yeah, I just put those up. I'm sorry, it's been a busy day. But that's really why I don't record with the ring, is because I'd like you guys to be able to see my eyes and see that I'm, looking at you, so to speak. But, I will be back in a moment. Okay, so first, we're going to take the hamburger out of the wrapping, and it's a little bloody, but that's okay, because we're just going to wash our hands again. That's no big deal. And, oh, I forgot to turn my thing back on. But, we're going to take this, and we're just going to throw it in. So, here we go. Boom, that's done. We're going to throw this away, so I'll be right back in a second, and then we will get to cooking. Alright, I'm sure as you guys can hear, it's sizzling nicely, so we're going to brown this, and then we're going to add in our Sloppy Joe mix. And I just took the can opener and I cut a hole there and a hole there, so that way I can just pour it out. And if that doesn't work, I'm going to get a can opener and open it properly. So we'll see if it works. I will be right back. Alright, so as you can see, we are nice and browned. So we're just going to, yeah, that's what I thought. I will be right back. I am going to get a proper can opener. I didn't think that was going to work. I just wanted to try it. Alright, so I just reminded myself I should do something. But in opening a can like this, you should always use something else to do it, because I use the handle, and then we're going to wash this because it's got grime on both sides, and my thing just fell and disconnected me. So I will be right back. Sorry, but you should always open the end of this because it's very sharp and you can cut yourself very easily. So I will be right back. Alright, now that that's all cleaned up, we're going to add all this and just dollop it all in there and then get rid of the can, of course. But once that's done, you just let it kind of stew for a little bit. And then once it reaches the consistency that you want it to, then you go ahead and you add it to whatever you're going to make, or just serve it as Sloppy Joes. So I will be right back. I'm going to wash my hands again because I just threw something in the trash. And then we're going to let that cook out because I like it more thick than soupy. So I like a lot of the moisture to be cooked out. So I will be right back when it is time. Also, you want to stir this occasionally because otherwise it will burn and that's not good for anybody. But go ahead and stir this until it reaches the consistency of Sloppy Joes that you want. I want it to be a little thicker because I'm going to be adding it to something else. And then we are going to just throw these in to the big boy that I showed you. And yeah, we'll be cooking. And oh, I forgot that we are going to be using the Italian blend cheese. I don't know what that looks like in your area, but mine looks exactly like the Mexican blend that I showed you for the breadsticks. So I'm going to go ahead and get that out of the fridge, and then we are going to get cooking on part 2 of this big recipe. Alrighty, so we've got this, and we're going to put it on, I'd say, medium again. Yeah, medium's that one. Sorry, but we're going to let this simmer down and liquefy, so to speak, melt, I guess would be a better thing. And then we're going to dump in, I did cook up all of this meat beforehand. So if you were questioning why I just had a giant mountain of meat, it's because I prepared it beforehand and I almost rolled past you guys. But I did make this beforehand, so if you guys were questioning it, I did make it beforehand. Because I don't like the creators that just repeat the same thing, like they show you cooking the burger, they show you doing this, and this. It's like, okay, we know how to cook a burger, please get to the actual content. But we're going to let that cook down, and then that's going to be the base for our whatever you want to call this. I don't even know what to call this. But if you're wondering where the Sloppy Joes are, they're over here in a bowl. So I will get those out as soon as this is ready. That's the first thing I'm going to add. And then I'm going to add the meat. We're just going to kind of stir it together, add the cheese, and then we're done. Oh wait, no. We're not done. I'm going to be adding pickles for a little bit of crunch at the last second after the cheese. I want a little bit of crunch to it because the first time I made this, it wasn't crunchy. So I was just like, I need something crunchy, and I don't really like cooked celery. I like to eat celery by itself. But yeah. So pickles, or cheese, then pickles, and then we're done. We are almost there, as you can see. Oh, apparently you can't. But we're almost, ow, that's really hot. But we're almost there. A few more minutes, and we're going to be golden. So I will see you guys in a few more minutes. Alrighty, so it is at the melting point that I want it to be at. So we're going to add a little pinch of, Italian style cheese, shredded cheese. And then we're going to stir it around, because if you don't, it just ends up burning. So we're going to add this in, and then, one more pinch. But, we're going to add this in, and then, because it needs to be the consistency of dough, but not quite. So that's why I added in another. But, once this reaches the consistency that I want to, we're going to add in our meats, and then we're done. And the meats and pickles, sorry, I keep forgetting the pickles. Okay, we've reached the consistency that I want, and we're just going to plop all of this in, and then mix it around, and we gotta go get the Sloppy Joes. Don't forget the Sloppy Joes, so I'll be right back. Also, don't forget the pickles, or Bubble Bass will be mad at you. Only a select few people are gonna get that reference. Alrighty, as you guys can probably see, the whatever you want to call this is completely done. It's mixed in together, so we're going to add in, that doesn't sound good. We're going to add in the pickles, and then just for a little bit of extra crunch, and then we're going to mix it around. Excuse me. And then we are finito. I will see you guys at the taste test table. Alrighty, we are back at the taste test table. Everything's looking delicious. Let's try the breadsticks first. Very nice, very chewy, but also they do give way a lot, and the cheese is awesome. The butter is just right. But this is what I'm really excited to try. I knew the cheese sticks were going to come out good, but this is what I'm really excited to try. It's very creamy, crunchy. The pickles add a lot to it. So I recommend if you make this recipe, that you add something else that adds a little bit of crunch to it, because that's all it needs, is a little bit of crunch. And then, there you go, you're golden. This has been Cooking with the Cripple. I've been your host, the Cripple, for about 4 years now. I can't believe it's been that long. But next month, it's going to be 4 years, I believe. But anyways, I've been your host for 4 years, and I'm having a lot of fun creating with you guys. It's just this year has been really, really hectic and things like that. And, yeah, just I'm going to try and be more on point with recording in a timely fashion. And I hope you guys have an awesome day. Bye-bye, and God bless.